See from boxing this year or in the future to kind of just uh, get it going again? Maybe just give it a little jump. Like, what do you want to see from boxing?
Right now, with all this big fights and big money fights, it's just boxing is a good position right now because all the all the TV networks. Applications, promoters, they're all paying better than ever. There's a lot of money, so all these young fighters are getting paid very well, making a lot of money. Happy to be part of the boxing right now at this time. It's just awesome to get all those big fights. Sellouts. Ryan Garcia fighting this tomorrow, and pretty much you can't even find tickets anymore. You know what I mean? That's insane. That's just cool. Insane the way boxing is right now. It's awesome. A month
without a world title, he's already doing exactly. That. Like back in the days, that was unheard of. Like
never those paydays that he's getting. Virgil Ortiz comes to the forum. Not a world champion, and he's gonna headline. He's gonna headline at the forum, and the crowd's gonna be good. The paydays that these kids are making are really good right nowadays. World champions are making millions. Every champion is already making millions. You never seen that before. Chavez versus
Jacobs.
No, Chavez Senior.
Oh
in the 90s.
Oh yeah.
Chavez Senior versus what was it? Melrick Taylor. I think Chavez got like 1.2, 1 point something. Taylor got 1 million.
That was a unification, wasn't it?
Yes. Nowadays, that fight would be worth $15 million. For Chavez and maybe 10 for Taylor. You know what I mean? It's just the money's just insane right now. Damn, you got YouTubers that are fighting making millions. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. But it's good for everybody right now, man. Good for the fighters, good for the promoters, good for the trainers. Everybody's is getting paid really good.
Definitely, because now everybody eats. But at the same time, a fighter gets in the ring, he risks his life. So whatever money he gets, he deserves it. He's earned it.
Right.
But is there a moment where like right now they're saying fighters are being pampered, they're divas, they're getting overpaid. Maybe an example I would use, Chavez versus Jacobs with Chavez, the stunt that Chavez pulled. I mean, no one's there to question him. Who knows what he was going through inside the ring, right? To call the fight off. But in terms of the money the fighters are making, is it worth it? Is it not worth it? Look, is it progressing?
They're risking their lives.
Sport?
And look, Chavez last fight, I have no doubt his nose was broken. I think if he would have played it off a little bit smarter, he should have waited for the corner to stop it, or let the doctor come in and make and the doctor make the decision. What fans didn't like and what people didn't like is, right when the bell rang, he started waving his head, saying no. So it was more like he's the one that decided not to continue. I think that was his mistake. I think nobody would have said anything if he would have waited for the corner. Yeah. If he would have waited for the doctor to step in and the doctor would say no, the nose is broken, he can continue. It happens in boxing, Yeah. So I think that would have been the smart thing for him to do. But look, the money, he's a very popular man, and he deserves getting paid. I know a lot of people are upset from his performance or previous performances or what he does, what he says, the decisions he takes. But he's a person that steps into the ring, risking his life every time he does. So right now, Primo. So every time they step in the ring, they're risking. So I think they're earning their money. Just like all these young fighters right now, Ryan Garcia, Virgil Ortiz, Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevens, all these kids that are young, that 20 years ago they'd be fighting for $100,000 on title defenses. They'd be fighting for $150 if they'd be lucky 20 years ago. Right now they're getting close to, they're getting millions of dollars. If you're a world champion, kids are fucking defending their title for $1 million, $2 million. That's unheard of. But it's awesome because boxing, in boxing is the only sport where we don't have no insurance. We boxers don't have any retirement plans. We have to do it ourselves. We have to do our own little businesses. We have to buy our own little investments, our own little properties to try to secure your future. If not, you're screwed. And you see it with so many world champions from the 90s, from the 80s,
have nothing
anymore. They were world champions. It's good that there's so much money involved right now because just those small little just a couple of those paydays that they're getting, it's enough to secure your future if they do it smart. Obviously a lot of them are still going to make the mistake of spending all their money because it's just the way life is. But the payments that they're getting is more than enough to secure their future, their families, and if they're smart, they will.
Yeah, Robert, you're mentioning the young fighters. Which one aside from along with Virtual, but that's your fighter, but which other fighter from the outside, from the inside looking out, do you think can separate himself from the pack? Like there's a lot of them.
Well, look, right now, obviously Ryan Garcia and Virgil are the top two, that are not world champions but are still being very popular. Everybody is excited about their fights, and whenever they fight, people want to see them because they have a really good, really bright future. The other ones I could say, but they're already world champions, like Teofimo Lopez. He just became champion. He's a little bit ahead of these guys because he's already a world champion. Or Shakur Stevens, who is also a very talented kid. This other kid, I really like the kid that just fought in Showbox, Dracula, Ruben Villa. I think he's one of those kids that could have a bright future. We have a couple here in my gym, like Tanajara, Franco, Navarro, that are doing really good. That should get their fight to shine pretty soon. They're already fighting 10 rounds, so whenever we get that opportunity, we're gonna try to take advantage of it.
Last question: do you think that these young guys you just mentioned, that they're more willing to fight each other now over like the older guard, like the Thurmans, the Porters, and who took a long time to fight each other, and these guys are already calling each other out there?
Look, the money's just right, bro. So they have to do it right now. They gotta start doing those type of fights, because the money's right, and before we've looked at our box recs. Me, even Mikey, my brother Mikey, who was very talented since he was an amateur, he didn't fight 10 rounds till he was like 16 or 17 and all. Nowadays 8-9 fights, they're already fighting 10 rounds. They're already headlining. Look at Virgil, 15-0. He's already had like 3 or 4 10-rounders. You know what I mean? Lindolfo Delgado, he's 11-0, already 10 rounds. You know what I mean? So they're doing a little bit sooner now. But it's because we have to step them up a little more. They're getting better sparring too. They're getting
as good. They're as good, yeah.
Boxing is getting better and better every time. So the fighters are getting more experience through the amateurs, through the Olympics and all that. So you don't have to hold them back that much. Before it was different. We would have to be very careful until 19, 20 fights. Then we would give them their first test.
Yeah.
Now it's just. Boxing is just different now, but it's also because of the money. The money's just right, so everybody wants to make it to those paydays. Everybody wants to make it to make a couple $100,000, and the fights are there.
Maybe retire younger too and get your money, right?
Retire younger, exactly.
Yeah. Cool. All right, appreciate you, Robert. Good looking out.